co-host, as always, Tyler. How you going, man?
Oh my gosh, yes.
This is amazing. I just want everyone to know this wouldn't happen on anyone else's stream.
No,
Okay?
it would
Get this
not.
done,
Oh
kid.
my god, it would be frowned
Only
upon by
the
most
best
people.
content over here.
Hey, we go live
Oh, wow.
and earthquakes happen.
No, you're not.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, it's about that time of the show, right?
Oh, must be. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
What's up?
What up, comic book fam?
I'm Tyler. This is my co-host, as always, Marcus. How you going?
I'm the #1 hater on Instagram. Officially, give me my belt. Let's go.
Maybe we can vote. Take a vote. I know a place where you can vote.
I sent it to Brian. I was like, all right, hear me out. Instagram hater award. Give me my belt. And I got a fat thumbs down to that. So it's not going to happen.
Okay, so we are. I was shown a video, and from Sticky Goose, who I'd never heard of before, Sticky Goose Comics, and we're gonna watch it and react to it. I've watched it already. Marcus hasn't.
No.
Yeah,
I skipped through it to see if he was talking shit on me, and then I went to bed. Brian sent it to me late last night. I was like, is this dude talking shit? I'm ready. Okay, I can go to bed then. Fuck it.
Yeah, so let's just get into it. There's no dick around here. Let's just get into it, and then we'll talk to the chat. If you guys have thoughts too, we'll talk about your thoughts as well. But let me share my screen.
That's a good video of this dude.
The
Way
Comic
to tap
Book
in.
Community Awards.
Can you hear
What
it?
the heck is the Comic Book Community Awards? Well, on YouTube, there are comic book creators that have made basically an award show for other comic book creators. So the gentleman that has made this award show, his name is Brian, and he goes by Brian LCS on YouTube. This is something I've been aware of for a couple years. I just never really discussed it on my channel. Some drama, some intrigue happened over the past few days that has kind of got me thinking about this. Is a comic book community awards or an award show for YouTube comic book YouTubers a good thing or a bad thing? Well, an account named Call Sign Decor on Instagram ruffled some feathers. And anybody out there who's out there ruffling feathers, I'm already a fan. Well, this man ruffled a lot of feathers, talking crap about the CBCA, or the Comic Book Community Awards. And basically what he was saying was, this is not the comic book community's true awards. These are not the winners. These are not the people that the community has chosen. This has started a bit of a brush fire, and it's spreading out into the community. And what it's done is it's brought a lot of eyes and attention to the Comic Book Community Awards. So if I'm Brian and I started this thing, I'm feeling pretty good about this, even if it is negativity.
That is so spot on.
Harassment that this decor.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like you had a lot to say, so go ahead. I can just see it.
That is so spot on, and I like this video so far because he's identifying the real thing that I was doing it for. Was this is an opportunity for us to get some eyeballs, get some drama, farm some recreational outrage, and get some people talking about that. And I think Decor did far more for that than I did. But I tried to do my part to say, hey, there's drama here. Come pay attention, find out what's going on. And then also nominations open up in May. What's up? Did I lose him? Am I ever lose? Uh-oh. Might have lost him.
I clicked out because I was lagging.
Okay. Yeah, you froze on me. I don't know how much you caught there.
I caught everything but the last sentence.
Okay, and you got most of it then. But yeah, this has been a good thing. Decor has been a tremendous help, and I was participating in the stupid recreational outrage with the purpose of trying to spread it further. And also the purpose of saying, hey, decor, anybody can be touched, right? You think you can get on here and put people on blast? Well, I can put you on blast too. And the difference between me and you is I'm not going to post a keychain crying about it because I really don't care, right? I truly don't care. I didn't get to go in on that keychain, dude. It was going to be mean. I was saying last night on my chat, like, if y'all let me keep going and I got to start memeing that keychain, I was going to lose friends. Like, people are going to be like, all right, dude, leave decor alone. I was going to go in on that.
That keychain is the worst thing ever. If that actually happened, if my boss gave me that, that's like disrespectful. It's like, if you appreciate me, give me a raise. Don't give me a fucking keychain that my aunt would give me.
Blood in the water, dog. I was a shark when I saw that, man.
Terrible. But let's keep going. There, I don't think we've really got into it just yet, but I could tell. If you want me to stop it, let me know.
Okay.
About this was the harassment that this decor guy got on Instagram from this in-group who is supportive of these awards. It kind of shows their true colors, where it's like it's guys that kind of talk to each other. That's their content, where their content is they're having conversations. They're basically like letting us into their hangouts, their meetups. That's not really the kind of content that I make, and it's not really the kind of content I watch. And it's good for them. They've made friends. That's awesome. If that is what your goal is in the comic book community, to make friends, that's awesome. But it doesn't really come off as friendly when all of them, and I mean, you can go down through the names of these people that are the nominees of previous years. Those are the guys that are in these comment threads trashing this dude for saying, regardless, correct things, incorrect things about this. And
yeah, it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, right? Regardless. And that's why nothing matters in this dumbass world, because people say it doesn't matter if he's right or wrong. And this just matters that this is happening.
I just want to approach the in-group thing. So Brian made the awards, and like, there's the initial people that heard about it. That's not really an in-group. You're just like already knew who Brian was or heard about it very close to when he started it. That's now what the in-group is. Those are the people trying to perpetuate it so it gets out. We don't want it to be a closed circle.
Nope.
As far as I know, I don't. So if I can get one more person to hear about it, if Mark Legion can get one more person to hear about it, and we can get that circle bigger, then you don't have to complain about the in-group. Like, we're purposefully trying to get that stigma out of here.
But it's like the reason why they go to it is because it's a truth. Right. I mean, at the end of the day, we can say, well, this is why it's a truth. But at the end, it's a truth, is that there is a closed circle. Now, for them, it's this closed circle where we're all homies and buddies, but they don't understand that this all was a creation from the first one. There were so many people that I talked to. I didn't even really know about you in Whack Comics until that first one. And so there's so many people that I've been exposed to, that I've interacted with as a result of them being highlighted and celebrated in this thing. And now I know more about people, and the people don't understand that that's what it's about. It's not about making sure that your favorite thing and your little niche group in this thing is represented. It's about, all right, we started here and we got here on year 2, and we went here on year 3. You know, we're trying to grow this thing more. And this whole thing is wonderful because now more people know about it, and a percentage of those people are going to participate, and they're going to change the way this thing looks. Exactly. And I am excited to see the way in which it changed. One way that I want to see it change personally is I just want the hunt. Like, I've been trying to convince those guys, hey, let's ride on this thing, because you guys should take this thing over. And it would be awesome to see some hunt skits, get some things like that going during the award show, and make this thing about the things that we love and want to celebrate. And if you don't love it and you don't want to celebrate it, then it doesn't have to exist to you. Like, it's a dumb award show at the end of the day, right? That's all what award show
are dumb award show. Like, it's
what it is
for fun. It is for fun. Like, that's the point, right?
Yeah.
To me, it is anyway.
Yeah. Like, to care if you win or lose is dumb. It's just about fun. And they're talking about, well, they're all people that were nominated. Well, I think I was the #1 rabid dog on this thing, and I got 0 nominations. It ain't about that.
All right, let's keep going.
And he definitely had some incorrect statements regarding the thing. It's one of those things. It's like, if you're going to shoot your shot and say these things, you better have your facts right, because you're going to look like a complete idiot when you are posting these things because you don't have all your facts right. So when all these guys kind of came to each other's rescue, it's just like name after name after name of YouTube guys where it's like, that's the in group. That's the in crowd. I really didn't like how they all just came together to bash this Instagram.
So I'd like to stop it right here.
I've watched this
because I have a real problem with that. And I think it's the problem with this conflict overall is like this guy he's like, oh, I didn't like how they were coming after Decor. Do you know who the fuck Decor is? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Like the people were trolling back, obviously Marcus being one.
Like these people that want to act like Decor's some kind of fucking victim trigger the fuck out of me, dude.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous statement. And I don't know how you can't see him as a troll. Like whoever Sticky Goose, this guy not seeing that. What are you looking at, man?
Dude, it triggers me, dog. This dude is a bully. He has been a bully for a long time. He has directed hate and anger towards all kinds of people. And we watched this dude come out about the wards, about Brian, and say incorrect stuff. You don't think he's been saying incorrect stuff about everybody else that he's coming out? He presents himself as some sort of authority on these things. And if you're going to do that, you better not come out here with some bullshit. And the problem that I have with these people, these anti-influencer people, is they don't see that they're not any different. You're an influencer too. You are out here trying to tell people what's the real comic book community. Man, get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck what you think the real comic book community is. And I don't understand why you would ever care what I thought it was either. It don't make sense.
Yeah, and I know Decor was talking to Mark, I believe, at one point, and Mark, Legion of Comics, oh, here he is, was explaining a few things that Decor had wrong, and then Decor went and doubled down on the things he was wrong about. So, like, he knew what was wrong about his statements, and then still did it.
Because when you have this thing where you farm recreational outrage, you have to perpetuate that outrage. You have to come up with content, and you have to keep narratives going despite anything that comes against that narrative, because you've got to farm that outrage, man. I'm in the Midwest, dog. I'm real America right here.
Hey, let's keep it going. We're not even halfway.
This award show, I watched it last year, 2022, and they have these different categories. So there's a category for best channel under 1,000 subs. There's a channel for 1,000 to 5,000. There's a award for greater than 5,000. And then there's all these different types of awards for different things. If you guys want to check it out, I'll put the link in the description. And then this is kind of what the site looks like. So the issue with this has become, how are these channels being nominated? So in order for you to win the award, you have to first be nominated. So in order to be nominated, you have to get selected, or your name has to be recommended by other members of the community so that you can be put in the pool to get your name on the ballot, pretty much. So what this has led to was a lot of channels, a lot of smaller channels, specifically kind of politicking, trying to pump their channel up and get as many of their subscribers and followers to vote for their channel so that they can win these awards. And what happened was, I'm speaking about last year, there was only like a few channels that won anything. Specifically one channel, which is a big channel, Reggie Collects, which I'm sure a lot of you guys watch and have heard of. He won like half of the awards. I don't know necessarily if he promoted it. He must have. But what happened is he won everything because he promoted it. So what this has led to is kind of a in-group, a exclusive type of comic book community awards where some people are angry because I'm sure that they weren't nominated.
Does this dude not understand math? Is math a thing for this guy? He said Reggie won half the award. So does he not understand what half is?
Maybe not.
Clearly not, because Reggie won a lot of awards, but he did not win half the awards. That's
Weren't there like
incorrect.
20 last year? I don't
There's
remember.
20. I think there's 26 or 28 categories, and a lot of small channels won. A lot of channels who were unknown, got business, got views, got highlighted, which is the point of the thing, man. It's the point. I hate it. Okay, I'm done.
I feel like I don't have too much to say yet because I know it's all coming. So we're.
Oh, it's still coming. Oh my god.
I feel like it hasn't even started yet.
They didn't win. They didn't know about it. Yada, yada, yada. So this decor guy on Instagram has kind of just poured gasoline on the fire saying, this is not indicative of the true comic book community. This is bad for the community. He's anti-whatnot. So I automatically followed him for that. But he's thinking that all of these people that are in this are whatnot people, whatnot influencers, and that really couldn't be farther from the truth. What this is basically a group of guys who make content, comic book content, and really kind of content where they're just kind of talking to each other. And they've all voted amongst themselves and given themselves awards. It's like the Dundies.
It is like the Dundies, actually.
I disagree completely about that because for the Dundies,
I don't really know what the Dundies are, though, honestly.
Okay, well, the Dundies is in the office, and Michael Scott is the boss, and Michael Scott gives out random awards, and it's only voted on by him. He just will give an award to every person in the office for oh, you did great work this year. Here's your award. Or you have the whitest sneakers. Here's your award. It's really stupid. And the reason this is nothing like that is because it's literally just the community voting and nominating. So really, Brian, although he has done so much for the awards, like starting him, getting all this, he puts in a lot of time, effort, even money. He doesn't have anything to do with the results. Nothing.
Nope.
It's his baby, but it's gone. It's not in his hands.
So, and that's what I say when I say like The Hunt, which is a great comic book show that happens on Friday nights. It has a great following. And I'm telling you, the numbers, the way that they are, because the best argument these people have is that it doesn't represent the community, because it doesn't at this point, right? It's just a baby trying to grow to do that thing. Everybody wants it to be a full grown man, but it's still a toddler trying to grow up, right? We can't fast forward this thing. So if The Hunt were to come in, given the numbers the way they are right now, they could completely take this thing over and make it about them, and then we'd be mad that The Hunt was winning everything, right? It's just what do you guys want to do? That's it.
Yeah, well, if everyone gets mad about someone winning, then other people can step up and promote it. And can you imagine if Jim Mint or Comic Tom decided to promote it 2 times? How many people would hear about it?
I have been, and that's, I've been since the first one, which I did, the first year I was with everybody else. I was like, who does Brian think he is? He's got 200 subs. He's doing an award show. Who is this guy think he is? And people are all mad about it. And I got, the opposite of love is not hate, it's apathy. And that's all I had for the award show the first year. Maybe a little curiosity and apathy. But I went and watched the first award show, and it wasn't perfect, right? All the skits weren't hilarious. Neither is SNL, right? And they get paid a bunch of money to do it. But the vibe, the purpose of celebrating this community and giving me eyeballs on new people I didn't know about. And that's the thing that's one of the things that he's missing in his whole, well, it's just these guys talking to each other and being friends. There's a lot of truth to that. But what this is doing is expanding that as well. And there can be people who are into this thing for the hangout and making friends, who are pushing what they like and putting out there. And then there can be the people who like things like Comics Explained, those long form things who give you all kinds of information, and they can push their thing, and the numbers will be what they be, and we can see what happens. And that's the fun part.
I think if there was truth to the circle and people, like you said, there's truth. I think there's truth to it now because it's small. But we want it to be bigger. At least the people that I talk to, my friends, want it to be bigger. And if they didn't, they wouldn't talk about it, and they wouldn't try to make it bigger.
And that's something that the detractors, I don't think they understand, is that a lot of their criticisms about it, we agree, and we're trying to change that. That's why if you look at my Instagram last year, I did a ton of videos about nomination period, about voting period. You know, I'm just my little guy in my little spot, but I'm doing my work trying to push it. I'm in DMs. I'm in the pressable defects DMs. I'm in, you know, everybody's DMs. I'm sending Bueller videos right now. I'm bothering pressable defects, sending them videos for knowing they don't give a shit. You know, I'm annoying like that because I'm trying to push this thing onto the people who don't want it, because I do want it to represent this larger community, and it doesn't. I mean, you guys are right. It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't yet. But like I said, year one, it's just going to be what it is until it gets bigger. And we're in year 3. Let's fast forward 3 years. Where will we be in 3 years? I think it could be a very big thing.
I think this year's going to be
in its
big jump.
infancy when everyone's criticizing it for being small. Let's say in 3 years it's doubled, tripled, quadrupled in size, like the amount of people that vote and stuff. Will people then criticize it for being too big and it doesn't represent the small community because it's too big? Like, no matter what, I think people will complain.
Well, yeah, that's true about anything, but I think we're due for a big jump this year. I think Decor has done a lot for us, and we really should be thankful for him. Seriously.
All right, let's keep going.
A lot of people don't know this, but if you have the YouTube app on your phone, you could be using it to.
It's like The Office. It's like Michael Scott making awards for everybody inside the office. So this could be something in the future, and controversy like this is good for things like this because it just promotes it. I've been negative towards certain companies, certain promotion, and I realize that when I draw attention, even negative attention to things, they get bigger. So I don't necessarily think the CBCA or the Comic Book Community Awards is a bad thing. I think it's just it's more patting each other on the back, giving each other awards. I mean, that's cool, but take a step back and kind of look at this from like an ego perspective. I mean, everybody that's making YouTube videos is setting up a camera, setting up a light, setting up a microphone, making a display, and filming themselves talking about things that they think people care about. So there's already a certain level of egotistical that comes with this. And then to pat each other on the back is just like ego overload. That's what's kind of always cracks me up about the Oscars and the Grammys and stuff. I mean, it's like a bunch of millionaires, billionaires patting each other on the back for how good of people they are. I see that the CBCA is trying to promote smaller channels, trying to get eyes on channels that don't have the 10,000, the 50,000 subscribers. And in that way, I think it's a good thing, because if you're getting more eyes on your channel, you're getting more subscribers, you're getting closer to that 1,000 subscriber milestone, and then things start getting good, right? But I'm just saying, you might want to kind of take a step back and look at this as kind of like an ego trip where, giving each other awards is not great. And let's face facts, YouTube in itself is a popularity contest. You can click subscribe, you can like a video, you can choose to watch somebody. You're voting with your subscription, you're voting with your views of who you think is worthy of your time. It's already a popularity contest. It's like a superlative. It's like in high school when you voted best car, best hair, or best dressed. It was like, it's not necessary. It's just extra things. If guys want to give each other awards, go for it. Guys, what do you think about the Comic Book Community Award?
I thought that was a great video. Overall, That was a great video.
Really I like his point about the likes, and because like when you like a video, when you comment on a video, you're showing the world that you like it, and it gets into the YouTube algorithm. This is like a public like. You are going on this site, typing in something you like to try to get it promoted to other people. It's just another form of a like button, really. And then we have a show for it, and you get a little trophy if you win. Like, that's really all it is. It's just a like button on a show.
And I think the whole thing about the ego thing, like, I get where he's coming from, and I really don't have a problem with that part of his take. What he said makes perfect sense to me. But I think the thing he misunderstands is that there's really not any ego here. Like you saw when Reggie won his award and he used it as a doorstop. I mean, come on, where's the ego here? We all know what this is. We're just having fun, man.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
what's
that's
the chat
really
talking
what all this YouTube stuff is for a lot of people, for me specifically. The chat, let's see.
They've
I
been
make
going,
videos so
dog.
hopefully it doesn't end their life, finds a passion, something new. Like, yeah, the ego shit, exactly. A lot of people go ahead.
And I've said it in chats, you know, like the person that I played to go after Decor, that shit is me. I mean, I'll be straight up. That shit is absolutely me. But I don't really like that me. I don't like that guy. You know, he's kind of douchey. Not a big fan.
Mike, we'll pat you on the back, Mike. Here, yes, I have 700 internet followers. Please bow to me.
Yeah. I mean, come on, there's no ego here. We don't, I think he thinks we think this is more than it is, right? We think it's, for me at least, it's not about the trophy who wins. It's about, hey, we're doing this thing on here. We're having fun. Let's celebrate it. And hey, there's this guy doing this thing over here you didn't know about, and this guy doing this thing. It's like the thing he was talking about, well, it's just this circle who were talking to each other. It's like, yeah, that circle started here the first year, that circle went here the second year, hopefully that circle goes here this year, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think that dude was a clown. I liked that video, actually. I didn't agree with everything, obviously, but I did like that video.
Yeah, I just think he didn't like Decor, like other people don't fully understand what the awards are or how they work. But hopefully this promotes it out, you know.
I also had a problem. The part I had a problem with the most is the part where, like, oh, I follow Decor and I like people who bring the drama, but I didn't really like it when people brought the drama to Decor.
Back to
I can't respect that, dog. I got none. But other than that, I liked it.
No, I agree. It was a solid video. It's nice to see it branching out. This is what we wanted, right? I mean,
dude, I'm so happy. I'm really happy about all of this because honestly, I was trying to do this last year to no avail. I was trying to get a little bit of buzz, trying to get people to talk about it. I had Brian come on my channel, you know, my Rinky Dink channel. I had him talk about it, and I don't need to know you're leaving. Love you too. All right. Yeah, I had him on my channel to talk about it and trying to just push it out. And Decor has done far more than I ever could. So, you know, I don't like you and I don't respect you, but thank you, Decor.
Yeah, I mean, from day one, I was a supporter of the awards. I thought I could see what Brian was trying to do. I know you've said it too, Marcus, but I didn't see it before you saw it way before. Oh yeah, well, I mean, I could have ended up being wrong, but I wasn't. I just felt like Brian had good intentions from the start. Doesn't matter how many subscribers he had. He was trying to do a good thing for the community, and I would say he already has.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like y'all see me. I'm out here riding for it. I work hard not to care, but I care about this, and I'm riding for this because I think it matters. It matters to me, and I'm going to let it matter to me.
Yeah, and the award, who wins, and really at the end of the day, none of this is super important. It is for fun. I think that is what I'm defending more than anything. Brian's doing something nice. It can be a good thing, and it can also be fun. And if those three things aren't happening, like, I have a problem with it. Like, people being negative about it when it's like, why?
Yeah. And that was one of the criticisms I had of Brian the first year is that, and he even said it recently on Comic Addicts with SFon82, where, you know, in the beginning he had the top 10s where he's kind of trying to go after the people, the detractors. And I didn't like that at all, because if you're going to do what he's going to do, you got to be Switzerland, right? You got to be able to leave every door open for everybody to come in. You can't close any of these doors, regardless of what. You can call me an asshole, but this door is still open for you, buddy, because you're part of this community regardless.
Yeah, we got that for you, Brian.
Yeah, in spades, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's basically everything I had to say today. Nothing crazy, but just think there's going to constantly be new things coming up and new channels posting videos and people like Decor coming out. Or the original was the Pressable Defects when Jay went through and named a bunch of people. And I actually think he made a lot of good points. And that's kind of how it started as well.
You know, I didn't feel that way about Pressable Defects. It just wasn't the same. I don't get the same vibe from them that I get. Like, if that had been their whole spiel, or their whole spiel, where this is what we do, we highlight some people and then we try and tear them down, then I would have felt the same way about them. But that's not what they do. But that is what Decor does.
Oh yeah, they don't do that at all. I really like Jay, and I remember when it happened, Lee and I had a video and a live, and we talked about it, and I was critical of Jay because a couple things he said, and it
Jay,
really
that's the Butcher, right?
Yeah, the Butcher. It makes no difference now because I completely respect them and I really like them. I haven't missed a show in theirs of like 6 months or longer, but yeah, I think you can be critical without being a douchebag.
Absolutely. And there's lots of things to say. Like I said, this thing does not represent the community. There's no lie. There's no lies being told there. And if you look at I did a live where I did my nominations last year, and I did a live from my votes, and I talk about Pressable Defects in both of them. I was trying to get them on the board, man. I wanted them to be represented, their whole crew. And that's what it's going to take, is if you want your crew represented, you got to ride for them, man. That's just how it's a numbers game.
Yeah, Michael, why people have to make a post or a video that aren't into it, just move along. Yeah, I don't know. Some people just
because recreational outrage farming works. It gets engagement. People come into your chat. They start arguing with you. Your friends come and argue with them. Boom, 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 boom. People start sending you DMs. It all works. I'm telling you, that's why it happens.
I'm just thinking like Decor specifically, or somebody that finds this out, goes and starts doing some research. Like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Like, you can make those points, but then to just start making stuff up, like, oh, Brian and this group of people are making all the awards and deciding who wins. Like, where'd you get that from? Because it's not true. You had to just make it up.
Yeah, I don't respect it.
Defects. Yeah, Wax Comics. Still to this day. That Goose dude is replying to my comments and can actually have some intelligent response. Yeah, I saw he was responding to some people. So,
cool. Yo, yeah, I wanted to go get in those. I don't know if I have the energy to do it. Actually, I might pass. We'll see.
Yeah, you do.
we might go find it.
Oh, definitely. Oh, Brian said I reached out to Decor and never heard back. Yeah, well, you don't need to. You don't need to talk to him. What's he gonna say to you? I wonder if I have the Wax.
He would not. I tried really hard to play with him. He was not interested.
Wax Comics.
Oh yeah, still around. Well, that's it. Do you have anything else to say before we end?
That's it. Check me out tonight on my Comic Book Dad's channel, Indie Comics and Reviews. We'll be doing the new Comic Book Day thing, and I might jump on a high horse or two. We'll see.
Awesome. I'm going to be on tonight on Paul's channel, Sector 2815. One of the best shows around. Guess That Key. So thanks everybody for watching.
I suck so hard at that game.
I wish Lisa was here to pick a clip. I wonder if I have a good one.
I would never go on Guess the Key, man. I would lose so bad.
That's what Rob said, and he dominated. So thanks everybody for watching.
That doesn't surprise me.
See ya. We'll leave you with Biggie as always. Biggie, the GOAT.
What? Yo. I got a little daredevil. I got some ASM, but none compares to them. Tells the suspense, my friend. I played with Batman and shit. Superman's the best. What's it sound like?